We are...
And I was Conrad Birdie.
Yes. Worst time of my life.
I'm gonna do it today.
Hey, what's up, our 47 YouTube subscribers and 70 Facebook followers? Today, we have a little bit of a special vlog for you guys. We are
Gonna be talking about how we first met and how we fell in love.
and we are super excited to share this story with you. It's one of my favorites. Now, Logan's gonna start the story because it all started with him.
I guess it did. I was a new kid at Jefferson Middle School at the time. I was in the middle of my 8th grade year, and I moved there recently from Portsmouth, Ohio. That's kind of where the story starts.
Yeah, I was just a little pipsqueak 7th grader, and one day this really cute guy shows up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, who is that guy? He is so cute. Well, then he transfers over into the high school because in Jefferson the way it works is there's 7th and 8th grade in one building, and then 9th through 12th is in another building. So once he finished 8th grade and he went into the high school, our story sort of ended, but then it picked back up.
Yeah.
So before I started going to high school, my family decided that we were going to move to North Carolina, sort of out of the blue. And we went to the same youth group, and so we kind of knew each other through that, but not super well because when he went into the high school, like, I started dating another guy, and so my interest, like, was masked. So I don't want to say it faded, but it was masked. Well, anyway, so this guy and I broke up because I'm getting ready to go to North Carolina. And Logan, I don't even know, he texted me. I don't even know how you got my number, but he texted me.
I got it through her good friend at the time.
So he's texting me about how I'm moving, and he's all upset that I'm leaving because he apparently had these feelings for me that I didn't know about. And so before I left for North Carolina, we met up. I was an 8th grader, and he was a freshman. And he was like, I was going to kiss you, but I don't want you to leave thinking of what could have been. So I left. There was no kiss.
Nope.
And I moved to North Carolina. This move lasted about the span of a summer, and then we moved back because of some other things that were going on. And so we moved back, and I started dating the other guy again, and he started dating someone else, and so again, the interest sort of faded.
No, it was masked.
It was masked. So then, when I was a freshman and he was a sophomore, we were in the school musical together.
Yep.
We were in Bye Bye Birdie.
And I was Conrad Birdie.
Yes, and I was like a minor character. My actual
major character in my
title was like One Girl or something like that. So we're in the musical together, and we spend like every single day after school together for musical rehearsals, some Saturdays, and we just spent a lot of time together getting to know each other again, and it was a lot of fun. So in that time, our relationships with our significant others had ended, and with all the time we were spending together, eventually we got together. There was one night after rehearsal practice where he was waiting for his dad, and I was waiting for my mom to come pick us up, and so it was just the two of us at the school, and we just got to hang out all night, and it was really fun, and we just got to know each other really well, and so that sort of was like the start of it all, and we started dating. And it was great. Insert awkward photo of us in the musical here. And
also, that night that we were both at the school together was the first time that we kissed.
Yes.
It was before we were dating.
Yes, that is true. So, our official day that we started dating, Logan had come up to me after school one day in the school, like, courtyard, if you will. And he comes up to me and he says...
I said, Megan, will you be my girlfriend?
And I said yes.
Nothing like huge. There wasn't
we were just in high school. I was a freshman and he was a sophomore, so that's just how it worked then. Is you literally just asked someone to be your significant other, and then that was it. So we started dating, and the official day was November 2nd, 2012. Fast forward 5 years. And he asked me to marry him on November 2nd, 2017. And then fast forward less than a year because we weren't waiting very long. August 18th, 2018, we were married.
Yep. And so, like, some little details in there that I kind of wanted to go over. when I graduated high school and went on to college, MVNU, it was tough because I was somewhere else and not back in Jefferson with her. So that was rough on our relationship. So like we always hear these like stories of the great times and everything, but there's never any stories about the bad times. And so it just I want to fill that in because
it wasn't all rainbows and butterflies from the beginning. We had that year of like we were apart. I mean, we were still dating, obviously, but we had our time apart where he was in college and I was still in high school, and we had our struggles. And then when I went to college, my freshman year of college, we both we did our whole semester. Logan went away to the military for boot camp, and that was in January of 2017. Worst time of my life. Insert picture here. If you can't tell, I am sobbing. This was the day that we sent him off to boot camp. And I decided not to go back to school. So all of 2017, I went to another school in the fall of 2017, but in that time, we weren't in school. So from January till August of 2017, we weren't in school. And Logan ended up coming back from the military.
Yeah, so I came back from the military. I was kind of working my butt off here and there, worked at multiple jobs, and then I found a really good job on the docks near Lake Erie, unloading boats. And
so basically 2017 was kind of a hard year. When Logan says that he was back from the military, he was honorably discharged from boot camp 2 weeks in because of silly reasons that we won't really get into. And so 2017 was just really hard because we both were going through a lot of change. The things that we thought we would be doing for the rest of our lives were turned totally upside down. I was frustrated because he proposed to me on November 2nd. I knew July 7th that he had bought an engagement ring, and I was so like waiting, and we talked about it a lot, like getting engaged and all that stuff, and it was just really frustrating because like I knew that he had the ring, but we couldn't get engaged at the time, and all this stuff happened. And then the day he was gonna propose to me, earlier that week, he was rushed to the hospital because he needed to get his appendix removed. So 2017 was like a crazy year, but it ended on a good note because obviously we got engaged in November, but as you were saying.
So our anniversary, like she said, for our stating is November 2nd. Yeah, I was working on our anniversary day, and I came home and I was covered in material. I mean, I was just completely black. And I walk into my living room and I look at my mom. I look her dead in the face.
Because he knew that we were going out to dinner later this evening.
And I told her, I said, Mom, I'm gonna do it today. Today's the day. It's gonna happen today. She was like, all right, let's do this. And
it just was like, it was kind of crazy too because we knew at that time that we were going to go back to school. We didn't have jobs in Mount Vernon set up at the time. And so it was just kind of like we got engaged, but we knew we weren't going to be engaged for longer than a year. And we were going to do whatever it took to get married on August 18th, which August 18th is my grandpa's birthday. That's why we got married on that day. And it just was like this crazy year of like, 2017 was crazy because of all the stuff that was going on. But then 2018 was crazy too because we were in this bubble of uncertainty where we were like, we know we're getting married, but we don't know how we're going to make it work.
We spent the entire spring semester while we were in school looking for jobs and looking for a place to live after we got married and everything.
And eventually, because our God is so good, we both found jobs. And we found a really great apartment to live in. This one right here. Our landlords are amazing.
They really are.
And here we are. It's just been great, and we love it. We love being married. And there were a lot of people that were like, "It's gonna be so hard."
And we have experienced
like hard times since we've been married, but mostly it's just been really great, and we love being married, and we love this time that we have together. And
we try to take every single day, and start it off with a smile on our face because that's all we can really do.
Being married and being a full-time college student is really hard. And working is really, really hard.
And taking care of our little pup who's asleep behind us.
So it has been hard, and we don't want to like sugarcoat that at all. Like, it's hard to balance everything. But in the end, what it boils down to is the fact that like we're together, and we have a really great story that we can't wait to tell our kids one day. So that's our story. And
alrighty.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Alright, you guys have a great day.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.